Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Season 10, Episode 29. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Church announcements yet again. I will not be here on Sunday. Don't come looking for me. Do not come looking for me. I will not be present, all right? Also, next week is when I officially start the move, which means there's going to be about 4 days where there likely will not be any videos. I know, boo, boo, tomato, tomato. It pains me. It really does. I cannot guarantee that I'm going to put out videos just because I'm driving across Canada. So I don't know if I'll have the energy. If I do, great. If I don't, please don't crucify me. All right. I think that's everything that I have to announce. Yeah, that's it. Let's get into the episode. Well, actually, let's get into yesterday's episode, and then I'm going to get into today's episode. I have rested. I have thought about it. I have marinated in some things, and I'm not on Catherine's ass as much anymore. I do think it was the delivery. It's the same issue that I had with Mehdi. Some of the things that he said, I understood where they were coming from, but his tone, his delivery, his lack of care for Whitney was always despicable, right? I kind of feel that way about Catherine. It was the tone, it was delivery, and the everything. However, and maybe this will convince you guys to ease up on her. I don't know. I feel like it turned into a witch hunt. Like, I get we're upset, but damn. End of the day, Scott and Whitney don't speak the same love language. I know some people don't believe in love languages. I do, okay? The reality is Scott thought that, the grand gesture, maybe words of affirmation, if we're going to put a name to it, would be something that Catherine would appreciate, right? A part of it was to exonerate himself, but a part of it was to also say, see, I do care for you. See, I'm doing this grand thing for you. He even said, this is how I show my affection. I do grand gestures. Catherine, however, was like, you didn't do anything for me. You've never done anything for me. So although to him, he's showing his affection, his appreciation in that way, if she doesn't perceive it that way, it's going to feel as if he hasn't done anything. On the other hand, maybe, Catherine's love language is gifts or acts of service. And that's what Elam has been doing for her, The breakfast, the doting on her, what do you need? I can get it for you. All that kind of, I feel like that is what feeds Catherine's heart more than the words, more than a grand gesture. She wants those acts of service. She wants, maybe, this is all a hypothesis. So I'm just like, you know what, at the end of the day, like, if they weren't speaking each other's language, like, what are you supposed to do? I feel like there definitely was potential there, but there wasn't enough communication on an actual, like, one-to-one dialogue situation, but there also wasn't enough communication of each other's love languages. But we're going to move on. Enough of that psychology talk. This episode starts with Ella and Ty. And I'm just like, honestly, the chokehold that Ty has on Ella really needs to be studied.
Kade, what are you saying? You want to talk quickly?
Me?
Kade.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want your coffee?
See, she made me a coffee. She slept on her daybed. She's trying to do what she feels is...
Oh, she's definitely
best. She's trying.
I'm just going to sit back and observe because how he handles the situation definitely plays a part in how we move forward from this.
Why must all the other girls have someone's back to jump on? This is your back.
Observe what situation? Move forward to what? Like, honestly, I'm just looking at this like this cast must be dense because they see their partner doing a madness. And they're like, well, maybe that's not what it is. At least if things were happening in Casa Amor and they told you a different story, I would believe you because you didn't even get to see what they were saying, right? Or what they're not saying. But you're seeing things happen with your eyes and you're still here justifying bad behavior. I really don't understand it. And Katie is a friend to no one. She is a friend to no one. This woman wanted everybody to hoot and holler behind her when she was using her crocodile tears to get sympathy from the villa when really she had no place to be, causing an uproar like she was. But now is going to be this kind of menace in Ella's storyline, knowing that Ty is doing it deliberately to piss Ella off. Katie, you're sick. That is sick. To me, that is sick. Like, when it's you want people to cry with you. But when it's not you want to add to the hurt of somebody else? That ain't right. Ella and Uzi have a conversation to see if they can progress things, but everybody knows Ella has eyes for Ty and Ty alone. So this is kind of like a end of the road conversation.
Being here and then seeing that Ty was stood there alone, all my doubts about him kind of went away. I've never been that girl that's like juggling two people at once, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, especially in here, like, you can't really...
Yeah. He's just annoying me.
Again, I say, the women will see things and actively turn a blind eye. Ella says Ty standing alone showed a lot to her. Basically, like, her doubts about him were put to rest and blah, blah, blah. The way he was acting pre-Casa and post-Casa, those things don't stand out to you either. Those things don't stand out to you. I understand. Prior to Casa Amor, the majority of their time spent together was in an open exploration situation. I get that. But the way in which he spoke to you, you did not like. The way in which he made you feel a lot of the time, you did not like. And coming back from Casa, the way in which he discarded you, the things that he said in regards to you, to me, those are telltale signs as well. But for you to see all of that, and just because he chose to be alone, mind you, he chose to be alone because he knew for a fact you wouldn't dare leave his side. If there was even an inkling, he would have picked somebody for the sake of not looking like a mug, not because he wanted to be loyal to you, because he didn't want to look like a mug. But that is the thing that you're going to take to say, oh yeah, all my doubts are put to rest. Okay. At this point of the episode, I was like, I don't know what light has turned on in Jess's head, but I'm glad it has.
I'm feeling you.
What, are you 100% me?
Not 100%.
I can't even deal with it.
What? What?
Wish someone that was just all for me. If you feel so strongly about me, then you wouldn't want to get to know someone else. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
All Jess has done is give this man time. She's given him time from the moment that he came in, all the women that he's explored, Casa, all of that. She's given him time. And time again, the reality is, what's his name now? Sammy Slimy is going to prioritize other women while Jessica waits in the wings because he knows, just like Ella, they're going to sit there and wait. They're going to sit there and wait. Oh my God. It is so painful to watch. And I'm just like, I hear Ella speak when she gives advice and I'm like, that is sound advice. I hear Jess when she gives advice, for the most part, I'm like, that is sound advice. But they cannot deep it themselves. They cannot implement it themselves. I'm like, Jess is clued up most of the time. Why can't she get it for herself? Ty and Katie are obviously laying it on thick, honey, in the front yard, mind you. And of course, Ella's not okay with it.
I'm not being funny, but I've got Lucy, who's actually a fucking nice guy that I genuinely like. But I'm like, no, I want Ty. But fuck him. Is this a thing now?
Huh?
Is this a thing
He's
now?
just being flirty, you know what he's like.
Yeah,
So is it a thing now? What have I done? You're literally doing stuff just to get a reaction from me.
I said that, I did say that.
You're
I said
doing
that,
stuff to get a
yeah, I said
reaction.
it.
You left me single. You knew that when you did it. So what do you mean I didn't want it to happen? It happened. So now, this is happening.
You can control what you're doing now and how you want to move on from the situation.
I'm not going to shout in front of everyone. If you want to talk, we can talk.
Ella, yes.
Ella, if you're so done with this, you're so done with this man, why are you entertaining this conversation? I'll be damned if you have me yelling at my man across the yard on national television. Absolutely not. Like, I would need to be sent to just a next. It would need to be an out of body experience because there's no way that's me. Somebody roofied me. I'm drugged. Because that ain't me. What is happening? We're yelling across the yard? Across the yard. Oh no, absolutely not. And then you have Whitney and Catherine who are like, what did they say? Yeah, Ella. You're egging this on. Are you serious? Come on. What you really should be doing is talking to your girl behind the scenes saying, honey, this is embarrassing. You need to let this man go. This is sad. This is so sad. I was like, this is not cute. I wrote something. I wrote down men have standards. This is something that my friend says all the time. She's like, one thing about men, a majority of men, let me say, is they have standards. A guy can cheat on a girl 1,000,000 times. And unfortunately, a lot of women, too many for me to even be comfortable with, will eat that L. They will eat it every time and take him back. However, if you even breathe on another man, that man will drop you like a sack of potatoes and not even think twice about it. One thing about men, they have standards. And this whole relationship has been going at the pace of Tyrique. Nothing happens in his relationship with Ella unless he is okay with it. Granted, Casa's a little spanner in the works, but even still, the outcome of Casa ended in his favor. Women, we need to stand up because you need to have the standards of some of these men because you're letting them get away with too much. Damn, I got a lot of notes, guys. You know what? Yeah, let's make this a long one since I won't be here on Sunday, okay? Whitney and Catherine called Ty aside to basically confront him on his childish behavior.
Listen, but Whitney and Catherine, what you need to understand, I get Ella's your girl, yeah, but listen, I closed it off.
It's so childish.
You don't need to do it.
Like, do you want to grow or do you want to stay in the same position?
You don't need to
You both look dumb. Listen to your tattoo. Never let the hard times humble us. Time is now, does it say?
Yeah.
You're either going to work on the relationship or you're going to just burn it completely. But the whole limbo thing isn't fair to Ella.
I don't even know why this conversation is happening. The conversation that should be happening is between y'all and Ella. And I'm sure they've talked to her, but I need them to talk to her more. I need them to talk to her more. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that Ty is acting the ass because I think for Ella, it needs to be a very drastic situation for things to click in her mind. And that's so sad. I'm thinking of myself, early 20s, would I have fallen for this? Well, no, I wasn't even dating in my early 20s because that was a waste of time. But I could see how somebody would fall for the antics of Tyrique. You know what I mean? When you're now reaching your late 20s, when you're in your late 20s, you see how this behavior is not worth the effort. Honestly, it's emotionally draining. It's exhausting. And for her to even acknowledge, so you're going to do this tit for tat thing, he hadn't even done it yet. And she knew it was coming and still decided to entertain this foolishness. Ella, I want better for you. And I hope that Ty becomes a better man because honestly, what they have is a good thing when it's good. But if it's not going to be Tyrique, you need to want better for yourself. Amber is starting to realize that she's just one of the notches on Slimy's belt. I don't know why it took you so long, honey. The fact that he was doing a kissy with everybody. Should have told you that. Yeah, essentially this whole conversation is, well, I want to pursue you, but like, I'm not sure. Do you want to pursue me? Yeah, I do want to pursue you. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, that went on for like 5 minutes. Them just going back and forth. They didn't talk about nothing. They talked about nothing. This is a waste of time, a waste of space. I'm tired. Then you have Ella, who's giving Jess some great advice because Jess is witnessing the conversation that I just spoke about. And she's like, I'm so done. And I'm listening to this conversation and I'm like, Ella, do you hear yourself? Take your own advice.
Do I want a boyfriend that's going to flirt? Like, no, I don't. I want someone that's going to be all for me. Do you know what I mean?
How long can it go
Like, now that
on?
there's another girl in the picture, I just think, go away, like.
I want a guy that chooses me and I've gave you enough time now, you should know, and then ice him out. He's going to feel it. He's going to feel your presence gone.
Yeah, okay.
Like I said earlier, Jess tends to be clued up on matters that don't involve herself. And I need her to start looking within and applying the advice she has for others to herself, man. Even what Ella was saying basically is what I was saying before when I said men have standards. They're going to be cold to you because they know that's when you're going to either act right or move on. You need to do the same. When you say, this is not what I'm going to stand for, you literally need to stop standing for it. And every time you guys just stand there waiting for the stop. You say, these are my standards. Are you going to adhere to them? Yes or no? If the answer is no, you move on. If the answer is yes, happy days. Like, what's not clicking, Steven? I'm really just not understanding. I'm really not understanding. And so Jess has a conversation with him basically saying, you know, I'm done with this, blah, 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 whatever. I'm going to skip through it because I have a lot of notes, guys. And then he told her to actually, no, I can't even speed past this. The man told her to shut up.
Realistically, I just feel like I don't want to be in this situation no more.
Shut up, Jess.
Don't tell me to shut up. Can you just let me speak?
If you just give me just a minute, just to get to know the
Yeah,
girl.
but there's given a
Listen,
minute,
listen,
babe. But
actually,
why would you still want to get to know her?
Give me a little bit of time.
I'm not giving you no more time. No,
listen.
I'm not doing it no more.
I'm just asking for a little bit of time, just to give Amber a chance, just to see if she can turn my head.
Go get your girl, bro.
Yeah, bro. I might just pull her and just chat to her.
Bro, let's just got this, man.
How dare you? How dare you? The lack of empathy from Slimy is despicable. He does not care for anybody else's feelings. It's his way or the highway. And to make matters worse, you guys, he then went to seek validation from Tyrique on whether or not he should pursue Jess fully or still keep his options open. And it's only after Tyrique said, go get your girl, that he then closed things off with Amber. I'll be damned. This is the only time I'm going to call on Leah. Leah, go talk to Jessica. Because this follow business that these men are doing is embarrassing. And y'all need to call them out on it. Are you not your own person? I don't know what these people are looking for. Some people are looking for a summer romance. Some people are looking for a TV come up. Some people actually want a relationship. Some people want marriage in the future, right? Me personally, if I'm looking at you as a potential life partner, I need to know that you're able to make your own decisions and stand firm in them. Even if it's a mistake, you can say, you know what? I'm learning from this mistake. I'm going to grow from this mistake. But this, what does Ty think? Ty, should I pursue my girl wholeheartedly? Is he going to instruct you in the bed too? Is he going to do everything for you in this relationship? Oh no, I'm actually vexed. Like this following business is so sad. It's so pathetic. Where am I? I don't even know where I am in these notes. Ty's having second thoughts, and he's like, you know what? I do want you, Ella.
At the end of the day, yeah, I feel like every single person in here knows how I feel about you properly. I was flirting with KD, but every single part of it was to just try to hurt you back. I want you to look in my eyes. Yeah. I've never, ever, ever in my life felt like this for anybody. I don't want to lose you. I feel like I've grown as a person completely. I'm ready to take you back in. And yeah, that's what Lisa's to say.
I'm happy.
All parties involved are annoying me. Katie's annoying me. Ella's annoying me. Ty's annoying me. If that's what y'all want, that's fine. Katie, I don't even know why she was having this conversation with Ella. She's not no friend to Ella. Will never be a friend to Ella. Should never be a friend to Ella. Like, absolutely not. And then, yeah, so they're back together. Ty and Ella. Then Katie and Uzi are cracking on. And I called this. I had a feeling. I didn't know Ty was going to bring Ella back in. I thought he was going to wait around for like a bombshell or something. But I was like, I know either Leah or Katie are going to make a play for Uzi. That's exactly what happened. Why were these two having a conversation talking about, you know, we're grown and we're in our late 20s, you know, like we're more mature. How mature can you really be if y'all were entertaining this bullshit, foolish, childish business in the morning? In the morning of this same day. Miss me with this, we're more mature, you know? We want marriage and we want kids and we're above all of it. You're clearly not above it. You're clearly not above it. Mr. Uzi couldn't even stand 10 toes down to say, I like this girl, I'm going to take her on a date on the outside. He had to go on a freaking television show, make an ass of himself, and still not score. Okay. And then Miss Katie, allegedly having this homeless man. Well, he's not homeless because he's shacking up with her. This unemployed man leeching off of her back home. Allegedly. Like, come on. I don't even know why I'm so fired up today. I don't know why I'm so fired up today. Everybody annoyed me today. Everybody. Literally everybody. I think there was somewhere in the day Scott and Catherine had a conversation. Did I write it down? I don't think I wrote it down. Yeah, I don't think I wrote it down, but Scott and Catherine had a conversation, and essentially, he was, my heart, he was trying to get that old thing back, and she basically was like, I'm good.
I just feel like the damage is done. Yeah.
Whilst you were in Casa, I missed you. I struggled to come across with how I actually felt about you before you went to Casa, and that is something that obviously got to me, and it's still getting to me now.
I don't regret anything. I don't live life in regrets. Like, I do feel like, you know, yeah. But thanks for telling me anyways.
Like I said at the beginning of the episode, if she has found a better connection, she doesn't have to entertain anybody else. Like, she can stick with that new person. And it's unfortunate that for Scott, it took him going to Casa to realize that he had stronger feelings. But unfortunately, that's the thing about Love Island. You don't know when you're going to get dumped. And that's why the luster of Molly's departure is now lacking, because the whole point of Love Island is you have to make your decisions because you don't know what's going to happen around the corner, right? Anyways, you don't know when cost is coming. You don't know when a bombshell is coming. You don't know when a dumping is coming. So if you really feel for somebody, say that. And Catherine also had insecurity in her relationship, and she didn't say it enough for him to realize, okay, I need to put in more effort. You know what I mean? Maybe they needed a game to be called out, because that's what happened with Whitney and Meddy. Things were being pushed more because they realized, like, oh shit, like we're falling behind, you know? Can y'all believe Meddy said somebody kissed him in the challenge, in the heart rate challenge, and that's what possessed him to another follow. These men. Anyways, yeah, the point of the conversation that I was just having with myself is that when you feel something, say something, because you never know when something's going to be taken from you, and you're going to snooze and lose. Episode ended with Zach and Molly going to the hideaway. I would be lying to y'all if I said my mind did not go into shutdown mode. I went on to Twitter. I went on TikTok. Like I was not paying attention whatsoever. I don't even have any feelings towards these people anymore. Like I know one of my least favorite people on the show, because of what feels to me like favoritism, is Molly, but I'm not even gonna let that cloud my judgment. My sole mission is to get Sammy out of this house. Honestly, I don't care that he's back with Jazz. I don't care that he feels like he's turned a new leaf. I don't care that he's now made a decision. I want him gone. I want him gone. Shortly after, Montel can follow. Katie can be right there with them. I'll give Leah a break. Let her finish out the show. You know what I mean? Yeah, a good handful of these people, I'm ready for them to go, but Sammy is on the top of my list. Anyways, movie night is coming. If you've seen my TikTok about the movie night, title suggestions for me, you know I am kikiing. Some of them are just gold. Love Island producers, I know you already filmed, but if you ever feel like you want to use some of my titles, don't worry. I'll give it to you free of charge. Like I said, I will not be here Sunday, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you then.